Hi folks, here we are up at the AACA meet in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is the 2025 fall meet, and there's a big swap meet here, car show, car corral, all this good stuff. We're going to do a 5-part series in the swap meet because there's 5 different swap meet fields here. So we're going to start here in the red field and walk around and show you what there is. Well, we're going to start up here. We're near the stadium. You can see the stadium in the distance there, way up in the far end of the red field here. This is a Packard right here. Packard sedan. Looks like a nice Survivor. Kind of a barn find. Let's see what the information is on it here. Looks like we got the price crossed off. There's the phone number over there if you want it. But they scratched the price off and just put best offer on it. You know, a cool car though. And we got a Yamaha in here, 1978 Yamaha, $2,000 on that one. You can see their info on the sign there. And this looks like their parts hauler here. Nice little Ford pickup, but that one is not for sale. Well, just like any of these swap meets like this, you'll see a real mishmash of stuff. There'll be car parts, there'll be antiques, collectibles. This is kind of a miscellaneous booth. Some people have stuff priced, some won't. So we're just gonna look around. We'll show you as many prices and information as we can. But unfortunately, not all of it has prices on it. Look at the little Turner truck there. It looks like a 39 Dodge in the front. Pressed steel, $205 on that. And we got a couple bikes over here. This one's a Valmobile. Don't see any price on that one, but the little 72 Yamaha there is $1,200. And we got a Vespa here, $48.50 on that one. All original runs. There's all your information on it. Well, this guy's got some advertising signs and stuff here. Look at the Esso Service Center. It's kind of cool. Porcelain letters on that. This is a neat one here too. Authorized sales and service. Flange sign. This is cool too. Plug tobacco. Nice early tobacco tin there. Let's see any prices on that stuff there. Even got the little Oscar Mayer Wienermobile here. Little pedal car. Yeah, this guy's got some more signs here. Got a gargoyle. Looks like the AAA there is $700. $450 on the Star Weekly sign. Yeah, we got a large size tricycle there, $85. That's kind of a cool one back in the 30s. It's a nice large size one. Got the old airplane oxygen tank there for $100. Those are popular for hot rods and stuff. They use them for fuel tanks. $45 on the sign there, the 24-inch below sprinkler sign. And a cool pedal there, top pedal for a drum set, I guess. And we got some Ford fender skirts down there, $160 on those. Look at the turn signal deal here. It's kind of cool, larger size one. Aero manufacturer, $35 on that. Just kind of scoot along some of this stuff. Nice early carburetor there, big brass Linkert carburetor. That one's $500 on that one. And $2.25 on the intake. And a couple pedal cars here. Nice little Mustang pedal car there. $8.50 on that one. And we'll jump into this booth here. He's got all kinds of Model A parts back there. Got a nice dash here. Looks like a Ford dash. Look at all the grill guards there. Some of those are helms and different manufacturers. And we got a little Model A 2-door sedan over here. Looks like he's got a Plymouth for sale here as well. $13,500 on the Plymouth, $35 Plymouth. There's their information down at the bottom there. And we got a Sport Coupe, 29 Sport Coupe. This one here is 13.5 on this one to 19.29. Get around the other side here, we can show you. It looks like an older restoration. Ooh, boy, that was loud. That was a golf cart making that kind of noise. Looks like we got a black diamond. Looks like a valve grinding tool there. $5.50 on that. Look at the airplane bucket seats there, bomber seats. $7.25 on those. Guys got all kinds of tools and stuff in here. This is a cool Edmunds, $6.50 on that. The Edmunds dual carb intake there. Get some hot rod stuff. Get some Ford truck headlights there, 35 to 7. Well, you can see we had a little wind and rain last night. A few of the people's tents ended up like this here, all tied up in knots. But it's cooled down. It was in the 80s. Now it's a little cooler, so it's good walking weather here today. This is Thursday at Hershey. And we got some Model A stuff here. Look at their little pickup back there with the Flying A decal on it. Got a powerhouse generator there. See if there's any prices on them. $3.50 on that one. Oop. Looks like it's rebuilt. Price tag just laying there. So you got all kinds of different Model A stuff. Here's a nice spotlight here.
The guy in the wheelchair that was here.
That one is a BLC for $50.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay.
Got some splash pans there for the motors.
You what? I gave him my price.
There's some more Model A stuff here. The carburetors for $3.50. Speedometer is, I guess I don't see a price on the speedometer. That one's $100. The oval face, $3.50 on the rebuilt carburetor there. Cast iron Zenith. And I get all kinds of other Model A pieces and parts. This guy's crank start right here. Sounding pretty good there. This is a 1904 Oldsmobile. So sometimes you see stuff like this, people are riding around or they put it in the show or whatever. And it's a cool little car right there. They call that a curved dash for obvious reasons. You can see the front almost looks like an old horse-drawn sleigh, doesn't it, with a gas engine in it. Pretty primitive. There it goes. Here's another one parked over in the swap meet. This one's an Imperial limousine. This one looks like a good Survivor, nice original. It's another thing that I don't see information, so it might be just somebody's ride. Good looking car though. Chrysler limo. Yeah, we got $2.25 on the updraft carburetor there. Another brass carburetor. That one's a Stromberg. Got some early headlights there. $10 a piece in the little household oil cans. Those are unusual parking lights there. Cowl lights, $95 for the pair. We got some wooden wheels down in here. Model S Ford, $200. And some wheel rings there for $25 a piece. And these guys get a couple Mopar windshield frames. One's aluminum aftermarket, one's steel, 35 or 6. Mopar, I think they're actually 35. He wants $50 for the pair. Look at all the license plates. $25 in the 32 New Hampshire. And he's got all kinds of miscellaneous up in here. Just kind of pan around, show you what there is. Look at the Chrysler cylinder head there. Looks like $85 on that. Aluminum one. $2.50 on the nice tractor or implement seat there, Moline, Illinois. Yeah, look at all the magnetos here. $20-30 a piece. That's cheap enough. Good deal actually for that kind of money. Some of them are probably tractor. These are Fairbanks more, so it's usually tractor or stationary engine or something. All kinds of carburetors. Some exhaust cutouts. Headlight lenses. You name it. A lot of this stuff you just have to spot what you need and pick it out of the pile. But that's kind of the key of finding a good deal at a flea market, is to know what you're looking for first. Don't Don't expect it to be marked or anything like that. Some stuff is, some isn't, but the better deals usually aren't. A lot of times the people that have the stuff don't know what it is, so that's the way to get a deal. Well, this guy's got all kinds of fuel filters and resistors and stuff there. So ignition and fuel pump parts mostly. Some motor mounts there in the corner. And we got some signage here. Looks like some repro signs in the back. This one's kind of cool. The colonial bread there for $3.25. This guy's neat too. Drives safely there. School zone. And we got the Coca-Cola base on the crossing guard there. And it looks like we got some Jeepster parts. Willys Overland Jeepster. All those different parts there. They got their phone number there on the bottom if you need anything there. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of stuff on the signboard here. You can see their company name there, but you can see all that stuff they got there.
Welcome to day 2 of the Eastern National Fall Meet 2025.
And we got 32 Ford, sorry, two-door sedan for $37,500. Look at the American LaFrance.
We're off and running. There's blue sky on its way.
Some cool stuff. He's got more of them back there.
Just want to thank everyone for supporting.
Got a few carburetors and stuff in there, new old stock ones. Well, this kind of gives you the idea of the scale of the place. Up here on a bump, you can see how far. I mean, it goes way beyond where you can even see. You can see the clouds rolling out there too from the storm we just had. There's somebody set up here. Look at the Pontiac, all the way from Georgia, towing this cool streamlined trailer. That's a nice setup there. And we got some Ford Falcon stuff here. It says in that box right there. $350 on the console. All kinds of emblems there on the board. Some of them are 20, 30 bucks a piece, depending on the one. There's a good looking new old stock grill piece there, parking light assembly. $49.50. Oh, that must be something else on there, but that's a nice parking light piece there any which way. Oh, look at that. There's the rain gauge here. The bucket's almost full of water. And we got a nice set of wheels here. $600 on the 16 by 5.5 wheels there. And he's got all kinds of door handles and trunk handles up in there. There's some F100 emblems, $125 on a pair. Ford car hood ornament there for $75. $500 on the airplane prop. Visor here for $375. And looks like a Ford Galaxy dash back there for $300. Oh, we got a Cadillac jack there. That's kind of cool. $75. Look at the nice Packard taillight lenses there for $75 a pair. Got a 35 Chevy pickup on there. Some other stuff. 48 Mercury down there. You can see their info right there on that piece if you want to pause it. There's a 37 Packard way down in the corner too, convertible. So he's got quite a few different things on the signboard here. Fastback 65 Mustang, Camaro, and they got this nice Nash here. It's a 1922 Nash touring car. Price is $19,500 on this one. Good looking car. Notice how the generator is on this with the fan built right into the generator on the front. That's kind of an interesting arrangement. There's their number one more time right there. Nice looking car right there. All in good condition. And I got some cruiser skirts here, $850 for the pair. Got some 348 or 409 heads there with valve covers on them, Chevy stuff. Lots of miscellaneous here. Some license plates. What are these here? Covington. Those are kind of cool. And we got Virginia plates in there mostly. And we got a gas pump out on the corner here. Good looking little pump. Oh, we got some nice headlights up here. Those are $2,500 for the pair. Those are really hard to come by. Look good on a custom car or hot rod too. Oldsmobile valve covers there for $7.95. Got 32 hood sides there for $200. And we'll just keep panning around here because they got some music up here. Well, they got some cool stuff in this booth. Nice Coca-Cola sign there. Got all kinds of toys and stuff in here. Let's kind of pan around in there, show you what there is. Got a little, yes. Cool little robot there for 65 bucks. Looks like a Keystone locomotive. All kinds of cool stuff. Kind of busy in that booth there. Got some gas pumps out there. I got some more signs and stuff over on this side. Coca-Cola there for looks like 1,100 on that. Kind of hard to read that. Safety first, 1,100 on that one. 200 on the Sidco. 3,500 on the big Golf. 4.25 on the Shell sign there. Good sounding little Model A there, it looked like. Model A Speedster of some sort. Well, over here we got all kinds of Model T stuff. Here's an early body here. $2,000 on that. This is Lang's out of Massachusetts. 26.7 coupe trunk lid there for $250. That's cheap enough. But they got all kinds of Model T stuff. So if you're looking for Model T things, get a hold of them. Got all the wooden steering wheels here. But just look up Lang's Automotive, or Lang's Old Car Parts, I guess is what you'd probably call it. And they can fill you in on any Model T parts they have. Whatever you need. And we're just panning through quite a few of these booths here. You never know what you're going to find. There's a tri-carb setup there, 200 bucks. Looks like an Offenhauser for a flathead Ford. A nice grill shell here on the end. LaSalle model. 1936 model, 350 says. That's a nice original grill right there. Now we got some cool directional lights there, 150 a piece. Look at this little cigar lighter that clamps on the bottom of your dash. That's a cool piece there for 50 bucks. Got some voice motor meters for earlier cars. They clamp right on the steering column. 2.25 on the Penrad can, 1,200 on the Texaco.
Oh, we've done well because we're selling old Cliff stuff.
Oh, okay.
So Cliff had a lot of stuff.
There's another double carb setup for a flathead there.
Don't talk to me. I'm not the treasurer. I got to talk to him.
10 bucks a piece on the Chevy pickup hubcaps there. Look at all the 4-speed shifters. You got 70 to 80 Trans Am there. 120 on that one.
I can text you. I can text you.
And we got some oil cans and stuff over here. Oil bottles. Look at all the
Just bring it to the.
look at all the top pieces here.
Show and put it on. That's what I do, and I mark it up.
40 or 50 bucks on a spout, depending on which ones they are.
And I thought I was going to use it on that.
And all kinds of oil bottles.
I realized that I'm not going to have.
This guy's got a cool setup with the old camper back there. Got a 40 Pontiac parts, it says on the sign there. Got the nice banjo wheels here. 250 on that one. Seemed like that would be a good piece. This one here is 125. Look at the grill guard here too. Bumper guard. Newell stock, 150 bucks with the Chief head right on it. That's a nice piece. Got the outer and inner fender there, 30 bucks for 3940 Ford. Glove box door here for something. That looks like a Chevy one, probably with the cutout in it like that. Or GM anyway. There's some cool dual carb setups here. This one, that one says Dodge on it there. The Edmunds with the dual carbs. All kinds of cool speed equipment there. I got an early bicycle there. Look at the chain on that one. That's a real early one with that big heavy chain like that. Cool looking bike. There's some nice bullet shaped taillights back there. $950 on the little bike here, Project Bike, 1969. Says $1150 with the new gas tank. This one's $1,300. Honda Trail. Some Cadillac stuff there. There's the grill guard there for $150. That's an unusual fender. You don't see too often there for a Riley. $475 on that one. $50 on this motor. $75 on the other one. Look at the Willys back there. $25.5. It shows there's your phone number and stuff down in there. Willys sedan. And a 91 RX-7 it says on the sign there. $400 for the SO letters. Here's a nice pair of skirts here, Oldsmobile skirts there for $250 for a pair. Seems good enough. Now we get some early fuel tanks there. Dash parts. All kinds of early 20s stuff here. There's a Buick headlight there, a single Buick for $150. Look at all the top tie downs here, all kinds of the clamp sets for a touring car or roadster. There's some Nash, 26 Nash headlights there. Those are nice. And we got some Packard bumpers there, $275. Some 17 Maxwell doors. 36 Ford car windshield frame there. Look at the Hemi engine on the trailer. That'd be a cool piece to put into your hot rod. Chevrolet advertising clock. Look at the Phillips 66. That's pretty cool. And we'll jump over here. Looks like some Model A stuff in there. Got a firewall back there. Look at the old lawn sprinkler there. $100 on that. And this is a slant windshield door there. You can notice the rake to the top, the front post there for a slant windshield 4-door there. $450 on that door. One good thing about the slant windshield is they're all framed in steel, so that's why they're a little more sought after than the ones that are full of wood. $25 a piece on the Model A wheels there. And we got a 42 Chevy grill and a Repro 32 Ford dash there for $100. Look at the Packard cylinder head there for $75. All kinds of nice trip lights here too. All kinds of pairs of trip driving lights there. $400 on the pair there. $350 on this pair of commercial ones. Those are nice too. We got painted buckets for the commercial or truck application. Plymouth gauge cluster back there for $400. This little light here is a Packard fender light. You can tell by the bezel on it. $60 on that. And you can see their information here if you want. Get a hold of them on anything. Look at the nice 33 Pierce Arrow mascot there. $3,500 on that. And all kinds of Cadillac emblems in there. This guy's got all kinds of cool advertising here. There's a T door push. Got a nice clock over here. Got a Sunoco on the top. $1,500 on that one. And we got a little Dietz Fire King lantern there. A couple of them, I guess. So one of them's missing the cage. Kind of pan around here. All kinds of tools and miscellaneous stuff in this tent. This guy over here has got some earlier Ford stuff here. Got a nice Ford dash here for $225. 36 Ford. 35 or 6, I should say. Car.
If you guys see anything you like, let me know. If you guys see anything you like, let me know. We're here to sell.
Kind of a funky light right there. Now this guy's got some cool stuff. Look at the 33.4 wide rear fenders there for like dual wheels for a bigger truck. Those are really cool. Those would be nice on a wrecker or tanker or something. And this is a 33.4 cowl for, these are Ford truck. And notice how the back of it is kind of finished off almost like a roadster, but that's for like a bus or a commercial truck that they'd build right off of the cowl. Looks like he's got $400 on that. And we got an old Coke cooler back there for $350. There's a 32 brake and clutch pedal assembly there for $2 1/4. And we'll jump over here, see what he's got in his cases here. He's got some cool stuff. See his number right there. Another nice fog light up on top there, Ford one.
Maybe discount.
Looks like some, I don't know if those are plow lights or if they're, let's see what they are. Yeah, they're just a small, could be a tractor light or a plow light, small size light there, 50 for the pair. Kind of a cool Art Deco heater there for $100. And some 78 Chevelle. Let's go around the wheel openings, $40 for the set. It's cheap enough if you need them. And we got all kinds of cool stuff up in here. Got 6 1/4 on the Goodrich flange sign. This is a cool one here, Sunray DX. That one is $6,800. And we got some 34 Plymouth headlights there. Look at the 2-stroke Saab hubcaps there too. Set of 4. Cool stuff. $1,400 on the pair of garnish moldings. I don't know what those fit. They must fit something really good. $375 on the pump. Well, I guess those garnishes were for a Willys. That's why they were $1,400. Really tough to find. There's some Model T stuff in here. And just kind of pan over here. We got this guy's got all kinds of fire department stuff, hose nozzles and stuff. Got some cool stuff there. And we'll jump into. Yeah. This guy here has got all kinds of fire truck stuff too, I believe. Look at this hand crank siren there. Looks like he's got 400 or make an offer. It's got a broken, repaired handle, I should say. You can see his name up on the side there, but he's a fire truck guy. Got all kinds of cool fire truck stuff. Look at the nice set of wheels. They're all restored. New wood on them for $900. And we got all kinds of fire lanterns over here as well. Check out some of these. Ward's LaFrance, 3 1/4 on those. Look at the big heavy nozzles here, $25 a piece on those. So he's got some cool stuff in here. Kind of dark in there, they need to get a light in there. $1,500 on that big set of tires. And we got a bunch more advertising over here. Look at the Grapeola sign. Star Tobacco there is $700 for that flange sign. We're looking at it upside down. Nice Newell stock 7-Up signs. Here's a Cushman Motor Vehicles. That is $1,800 on that one. And we got this telephone sign here. $1,000 on that one, flange. Nice porcelain one. I've had one of these before. Hastings piston rings. Look at all the cone top beer cans there. Oh, anywhere from 100, well, I guess down to 85 on the bigger ones. 100 1/4 to 2 1/4 on those cone tops. This is a cool piece here. Peanuts for it's green porcelain on it. $575 on that one.
Yep, we'll see you guys.
Some nice directional arrow light here too. There's the original box for it. Go light. This is cool too. Look at that big heavy light there with little red jewels on it for 4 1/4. Now we got a Dodge Rampage front end there, Newell stock. You won't see too many of those around. $450 on that. Nice square body console. Look at the AMC Hornet grill there, $95. And we got a 40 Mercury here, convertible. You got it covered up so it wouldn't fill up with water in the rain, but got $17,900 on that. There's all your information. I've had a couple of those myself. Really cool cars, make good custom cars. Yeah, this guy's got quite a setup here. Got some 4950 Olds skirts here for $100 a pair. Look at the Olds rocket spark plug wire covers there, $70 for the pair. That'll be a good item. A lot of GM and Olds stuff here.
And he dragged us here at 7 o'clock.
A lot of Newell stock stuff.
No one was here.
Look at the Cutlass emblem there. And we got another emblem back there for 40 bucks, 68 Cutlass. Got the Yankee mirrors here, 170 for the pair. Tri-bar mirrors. There's some 59 Olds hood trim there, Newell stock. Look at all that nice stuff right there. And looks like he's got some Ford stuff down this way. All kinds of 30s and 40s Ford stuff. Here's a Nash cylinder head, Le Mans head. It says 1950s, 275 with the dual carbs on there. And this is an Oldsmobile with the 6 Strombergs on there. 550 on that. And looks like we've got a few cars up on here for sale. Any of those things I show like that, you can just pause on them and check them out. The Dodge Lancer hubcap there. 25 bucks on that. Cheap enough. Those are hard to find with the center. The center part is die-cast chrome, and hard to find them that are all pitted. The other part's stainless, so it's easy to polish up. 52-4 Ford deep drop skirts there, Newell stock, 275 for the pair. 200 for a set of tires there. And we've got a little Crosley engine there. It's amazing how small these are. That's 300 bucks with the transmission and all. Those are, you could pick that right up and drop it right in the engine bay by hand. That's how small and lightweight they are. 300 on the transmission there. Here's a cool piece. Packard Caribbean, 1955. Let's get the manifold with the special air cleaner and the dual carbs on there. Nice piece. Well, looks like we got a 40 Buick gauge cluster piece there for 50 bucks. Model A radiator there. Pontiac caps there, 75 each. They're all in real nice condition. Yeah, this guy's here's got a big collection of bicycles. And some die-cast. Got a bunch of die-cast on the table, but look at all the bicycles.
Yeah, that's older. Yeah, that's
Lots of bikes. This one's a Crown, 800 bucks on that. There's an early one here, 3,500 on this one. It's a 1891 Columbia.
Oh, right on.
Right there. And look at that's got the heavy chain like that other one we saw. Look at the funky seat on there. Pretty cool. And I got a couple racing bikes up on the frames here, on the racks. These are cool. I like these racing bikes. Oh, that one's $1,000 on that one. Get a couple up on there. And over here, it looks like we got a miniature kids bike. Almost looks like a 10-speed style bike. 600 bucks. Real small size on that. And it's got all kinds of pieces and parts. Looks like we got a Cushman there for 3,500. Oh, we'll finish it up over here with the bikes. All kinds of cool bikes there. There's a Columbia girls bike here, 80 bucks. So there's prices all over the board depending on what you want. We got a Mercury Meteor here, 20 grand is the price on this one. Good looking car, 2-door hardtop. S33 is the model. Got a console in there as well, 20 grand. I don't see any phone number on that one. I'll show you their name here just in case you can get a hold of them. Pretty cool car though. 1963. This guy's got some cool stuff here. Look at the Mazda Super Auto lamps there for $875, the advertisement piece.
Yeah, it's more valuable original. I would say that's my favorite part. That's a cool bike.
This is a cool light here, Darley. It's got the red and green traffic light there for $1,500. $250 on the four-way railroad light. And you get a lot of the porcelain light shades. Look at the Pillsbury feeds there. That's cool. With the neon around the edge, $750 on that. And here's all the porcelain lampshades here. Prices all over the board. The most expensive one is right there, $800 for a red one. But they go down to like $70. I think is the cheapest one I see there on the green ones. And this guy's got a bunch of die cast and toys here. $15 a piece on those. $600 on the depressed beam headlights. Nice Packard taillight there with the bracket and all. $300 with the 3 lenses in it. That's quite a light there, $500. Rolls Royce. Cowl light or a parking light. Ford horns there. There's a pair of them for $3.25, I guess. I got a little Model T, 26 or 7 Model T touring car there. That one's all the way from Ontario. You'll see people from all over the world here. I've heard people speaking German, French, just, you know, from all over the place to come here. That's a nice fold-down guard there, bumperette, $3.25. Really nice condition there, maybe new all stock. And we'll jump across here. Oh boy, look at this grill shell here. This is a custom job. It's kind of wild. $375 on that one. Got a woman built right into it. $100 on the Overland headlight. Nice brass headlight.
Okay. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of the show. Enjoy
This is kind of cool. Homemade little train car there. $50 on that one. And we got another Ontario Model T here. It's a brass arrow one with the wire wheels. Those are just people's drivers. Some Jag parts there. Radiator for a Jag, $175. You can see XK150 parts in there. So if you need Jag parts, you got to come to a place like this to find them. It's not something you see on every street corner there. All kinds of toys here and pedal cars. Got $550 on the fire chief there.
I know, I'm trying to find.
$300, $2.25, $200, $300 on the Jeep. Nice clean Buddy L 1920s Express truck there for $550. This guy's got Stanley steamer parts. You can see some of the steam valves and gauges and stuff in there. There's a pair of headlights for a Stanley steamer. $150 on the pair. And in here we got all kinds of advertising and a few toys and pedal cars and stuff. Look at the nice Buick sign there. Valve and head Buick. You got $18.50 on the restored pedal car there. I've got one of these like that. Mine's porcelain though. That's $15.75. Well, they got some cool stuff in here. All kinds of signage. $27.50 on the ISO anti-sludge sign, porcelain. $22.50 on the Clio Cola. That's a painted tin sign. And that Ford one's kind of cool there. $8.50 on that. Copper Goose Kentucky Bourbon there. $1,600 on that one. This is kind of cool too. The Marmon fan there. Coliseum show. That must have been for one of the car shows. And they've got a few more on the outside here. Got a Echo air meter. $750 on the Coke piece there. $7,500 on the shell. $12,500 on the GMC sign there. And $10,000 on the Coke man there. Really minty one. And this guy's got a bunch more fire collectibles there. Look at all the nozzles and sirens and everything in there. Got some helmets out here. Nice little V-Doll can there. Oval shaped one for $120. 41 Buick. That's the center grill bar there for $40. Look at these. These are new old stock in a box or what? Yeah, there's a pair of them in there. They got a little pitting on them. Maybe they were takeoffs. Those are also Buick wiper transmissions or towers. And we got a bunch more advertising. I think this is kind of the back side of that other booth we saw. Here's a Walker Jacks. $22.50 on that. Advertising display. This is cool. Les's Bicycle and Hobby Shop, Coca-Cola. It's a double-sided tin sign. And we got a cool Dodge camper van here.
You know the funny thing is,
16.9 on that one. There's the phone number and everything right there.
I was very surprised.
69 Dodge Explorer. And I got another one that they're using back there. And looks like we got all kinds of different parts and pieces in here, but we got a little music over that way, so we're going to scoot down the road here. These guys get all kinds of toys and oil cans and stuff. Look at the nice little Structo 1930s, maybe early 40s Structo highway transport. Don't see much for prices on this stuff.
Well, I said it was just a brand new one. The front one.
Got a motorcycle for sale there.
Sadly, but
Oh, we got some cast iron. Here's a nice cast iron taxi there. It's got a little damage. Make a cool custom car now. This one is a tote goat. Kind of a wild little bike there. There's an old fare meter out of a bus or a trolley or something. This is kind of an unusual spotlight here. It goes up to the roof. It's a Dietz.
Thank you.
Nice little Plymouth Roadster there, but they got it covered up because of the rain we had last night. They got a new old stock Packard 48 to 50 Packard fender there, custom. $300 on the 31 Model A grill. $2.25 on that one.
the worst part is the bumps don't bother you.
There's a carbide generator here for headlights, $900 on that. Brass one. Look at that nice big light right there. That's a really nice one. It's called the Rushmore Searchlight. $8.25 on that one. Probably went on a bracket to your running board or something. It's not a headlight, it's a searchlight. This one says Model A Police Head. It's interesting. It's got a B on it though. Maybe a high compression. Got some Roadster doors here, $1,400 a pair. 28.9 Model A. Look at these Newell stock sedan or Phaeton 33.4. Nice fenders. Never used. And they got all kinds of lights and horns and stuff back in here. This is kind of cool here, the Ford Picnic set there. It's got the charcoal briquettes. That's a rare item. New in the box, $1,500 on that. This is a cool piece here, $1,250 on that. It's got a cigar lighter on the side and a clock, and it clamps to your steering column, and it's got a key there too. That's a really nice piece. Don't know that I've seen one of those before. Nice early toy there, $500 on the car with all the passengers, cast iron passengers.
So what you have to do to prevent falling is
Yeah, there's all kinds of brass lights and stuff over there, headlights.
between the drum and the
Bunch of wheels and tires out here.
because you have line go on. Yeah.
There's a nice coil box there for $13.50. That's the kind of stuff you see. Look at this carburetor. That's a monster. I mean, look at it.
Yeah,
It's huge.
It's to a point where
This one is $7,000, a Schebler S.
I think the next
Quite a
one
carburetor. Rare piece if you need it.
making
Got a bunch more brass lights in here. Nice Goodyear sign there, porcelain sign. And looks like some Connecticut, Massachusetts license plates here. Some early porcelain ones. There's the Man on the Mountain, the New Hampshire 1926. Which he's no longer there. He slid off the mountain. And we'll jump over on this side. You got a lot more brass lights and stuff. And some Weber carburetors there. I'm just kind of pan over this stuff. Looks like they got some Chevy fenders and hood pieces here. 33 Master running board. 33 Pontiac front fenders there. Those are sold, it says. I did have a guy looking for 33 Pontiac stuff around here. I wonder if he's the one that bought them or not. Hard to say. Look at the Roadster door there. 33 Chevy driver side there. It's a rare piece if you need it. And here's the passenger one right there. The Volkswagen rear hatch there. 175 on that, the blue one. It says 38 to 41 Ford commercial. That would be for like a 1 ton or maybe even a ton and a half. These say 36 Ford, but they're not. Those are their truck, but they're like a 46 maybe, but not a 36. And we got a few Tonka trucks here. This is a good one here. This one's been restored, but it's a good truck. 450 on that one with the tandem trailer. And this one's mint in the box. This nice little trencher there. That one is 175 mint in box. So that's not too bad really. And we got the famous dollar tarp there. This booth has all kinds of miscellaneous stuff in here. Mustang hubcaps. 150 on the set. Well, they just started up this brass era Model T. It's a 1912 Model T there. Looks like he's going to drive that one away. And we got a Rolls Royce here as well. I think these are just people's rides. They're not for sale, but cool looking cars. This is pretty impressive here. This is a big money car right here. Big Roadster. Nice looking Rolls Royce right there. Look at the wheel weights or whatever they are in there, like a stack of washers up there on the wheel. Kind of cool. There goes the Model T. Yeah, this thing here is really impressive. See the interior in there? That's the kind of stuff you come to Hershey to see. Notice it's got a rumble seat and a trunk in the back there. And we got an early Model T engine here on a chunk of frame, just to show how it runs.
It's the last time, I think. Yeah.
And we got all kinds of early car parts here, headlights and mechanical parts. Magneto there for an International.
What year did you call him?
Headlight parts, bezels and reflectors. Buck a piece in that box. Cheap enough if you can spot them. What you need. Look at all the hubcap wrenches there. It's a dollar table there. Price recommends it at that level. $10 a piece on the horns here. Anything on this table.
Ran gasoline through here.
And $5 stuff over there. So there's prices all over the board here. You'll see, like we saw, $7,000 carburetors down to $1 carburetors.
So it's blowing air.
Just gotta keep looking. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of Trico stuff, wiper motors and different things in there, vacuum and electric. You can see they got them all well organized here. Nash, Studebaker, Willys, you name it. These are pretty cool here. These are truck turn signals, basically. See the different, that one's, they're made in England, that one. Some of these are Trico, so they're made USA, but they're cool accessories. I got a Weber dual carb set up there with the cylinder head and all. 500 on that steering wheel, 125 on the other one. 250 on the 6.6 liter hood scoop there, Trans Am. And some MG parts, MGA. And you got another Model T Roadster there. And over on this side, we got a 28 Pontiac Coupe. Tells all about it there. If you want to read some history on it, you can pause on that. Those are not for sale, just on display. Oh, we got some wind coming in here causing ruckus. I hear signs and stuff falling all over the place. Little gust of wind coming through. A nice Packard here. quite a car.
Don Nash has a thing, something like that, only it controls the heater in the back. Yeah. It's got a exhaust heater. Got two exhaust.
Guys are driving that one around here.
Regular exhaust for the engine, the other one for the heater.
Nice early Packard. Oh, I got a bunch more signage over here. All kinds of different signs in here. There's a big Colonial Gas one back here. That one is $1,200, looks like. And then they got some reproduction signs over on this side. All these round ones here. And over here we got a bunch of Coca-Cola stuff. Coke and Pepsi coolers. All kinds of them all lined up there. 7-Up ones as well. Got a Chevy pickup here for $5,000. There's your information on it. It's a 5-window short box. Got some filler in the corners. Got a good project truck there. Oh, there's a big Kendall sign. Got a nice Keystone steamroller there, $150. And we got all kinds of remnants of Model A's here. Roadster doors and stuff. And quite a collection of toys up on here too. Look at all the little Tootsie toys. Nice little wreckers. Little Mac wrecker there, $35. Nice clean one. And we got some early cast iron horse-drawn stuff there. Well, we got a few nice cars here for sale. This one is $28,000. It's a 1940 Buick Century convertible sedan right there. There's your stuff there. And so it's a 4-door convertible, and it's got dual side mounts. Kind of an older repaint, looks like. Got some little paint popping on the bottom of the door there, but a very cool car for not a ton of money. And we got a coupe here of some sort and a Woody next to it. This one's got some paint flaking across there, so it needs some paint work. This one is a 31 model 896. The price is $38,000, and that's a Buick. So we've got two Buicks, so then we got a Model A here. Price is $17,000 on this one. 29 Model A little Woody wagon deal there. I'll show you the name here on one of these tags. That one's kind of blurred out from the rain because I don't see their phone number on here, but you can probably look up their name and get a hold of them. And they got the NB Center for Automotive Heritage. So I think they're a car museum and they sell off stuff here and there, but you can look them up. Got a nice flathead, or a V8 here. Well, it is a flathead. Is that a Cadillac or what is it? Not sure on that one. This is a machine shop, so they're restoring engines and such. Showing you some of their work there. Look at the big piston they had to repair. Blew apart. And here's a cutaway motor here. This is kind of cool. You see everything's cut away on there. You can see the valves, see the water pump and everything, the intake, everything's cut away. You watch it turn around there. Pretty cool. Look inside the clutch. Nice, thank you. That's pretty wild. So if you need to get a hold of those guys, they're right there. The service garage. Well, these guys get all kinds of stuff for sale here. There's their website up there. Canton, Ohio.
I gave it away last about 2 weeks.
Got a cord there. Got some really nice stuff. Look at the Lincoln. Got an AMC Pacer there.
Yeah, don't leave it here.
So all these are for sale. You can get a hold of them in Ohio. That's the current inventory of the 69 Ford Fairlane.
Get out of here.
And they got all kinds of parts and pieces here. Look at all the grills here. That's all kinds of Ford hot rod stuff, 30s and 40s. There is one Chevy dash back there for a Chevy truck. And looks like some more Ford stuff here. Got 33 Ford 2-door sedan. Got all the side garnishes and the rear window one there, $1,000. It's a fair deal. $1,500 on the pair of front fenders, 40 Ford. Look at the sedan delivery rear door for 40, 41, 2,500 on that. These are truck doors, 1,500 a pair on those, 40 Ford. Yeah, this is a cool international high wheeler. They made basically a big chunky pickup truck on, almost looks like a buggy, but it's got a gas engine in there. And we got all kinds of advertising and stuff over here. Different signage and stuff. 1,500 on the Firestone sign. And Coca-Cola clock. Interesting little moped here. This one is $400, 1951. Moblite Riverside. We got a Model T coming by here. Brass arrow Model T. There he goes. Well, this guy's got some gas pump globes. Got 300 a piece on the mobile ones. Got 800 on the standard back there. They're pointing at.
No, we have
85 bucks on the Mercury hood ornament there. 350 on the Thunderbird valve covers.
All right. Well, let's keep walking.
Yeah, kids are ready.
And looks like we got a 31 Model A pickup for sale on there, but I don't see any information on it. Ranchero, 57 to 59 Ranchero bed surrounding moldings in that box there. That's a good item. Jump back here, some 58 Chevy fenders, $750 a pair. And we got a Model A coupe here. This one is $29,500. 1930 Model A coupe. But here again, no, they didn't bother to put any information on it, so I can't show you. Well, we got a bunch more advertising in here. $700 for the Kindle, $2,400 on that one there. That's a porcelain one. And you can see they got all kinds of gas pumps and stuff back in there. Buick sign there. Just kind of scan over them. They don't have prices on all of them, but they did on a couple there. That's a cool one there. Goodyear.
Good attack, Okie. Please take care of our little.
And this thing here was on Facebook the other day. I saw a guy trying to sell that. Don't know if this was the guy that was trying to sell it or if this is the guy that bought it. One of the two. 34 Plymouth stuff. Here's a little sign there for $550. Chrysler Plymouth. There's some Tonka trucks there. $150 on the Tonka pumper. Yeah, this guy's got some motorcycle stuff in here. 41 to 7 Harley carburetor there for $850. All kinds of fenders and tanks and stuff back in there. And we got some car parts over on this side. And a couple motorcycle seats. It says $300 on that white one there. And we got some restored carburetors, Packard stuff. This guy's got all kinds of Packard things here if you want to check out their info on the sign there. Packard grills. Here's a Nash grill right there, $200 on that one. Looks like maybe a 37 or so Nash. It's quite the distributor right there. Anyway, lots of Packard stuff in that booth. There's some more antique car parts. You got a, looks like a 1910 white steam car on there. Is there information if you're interested? Got some early lights here. These are $750 a pair. Nice big brass lights there. Just kind of scan through this stuff here. All kinds of parts and pieces up in here. Saw some Chevy stuff there. Look at all the ignition parts. And looks like an old Chevy two-door sedan over there. Carburetors, fuel pumps, you name it. And we got a couple nice cars. Look at that early one back there with the basket on the side. Real early car there. I'm not sure what brand that one is. It's got the, oh, it's a Rambler. Got the center door in the back. Really cool car. And over here, we'll pan over this way. We got a Auburn, supercharged Auburn convertible there. Really nice, 1935. So that's the kind of stuff you see parked around here because they're waiting for the car show. But we'll do a video at the car show as well. Austin Healy Hood. And at the end of this video, we'll show you what we got in this field. So stay tuned to the end. We did buy a few things here. And an early bicycle seat there. And we got a Model A Roadster pickup here, 1929. Price is $29,900 on that one. Really nicely restored. Looks like it's probably done a few years ago.
Because he used to help do the advertising.
There's your phone number. Pretty cool truck though. Little pickup truck with the folding top. I don't know if it actually folds. I believe it does fold down, or you can just take it off, I think is what it is. Anyway, what they call a Roadster pickup. Well, here's another one for show here. It's a Rio, a 1910 Rio. Love looking at the mechanical parts on these early cars, how different everything was. It's got the brake and the clutch. And I almost thought that said mover on that center one. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody that's driven one of these can let us know. Pretty interesting car though. Just nice Dodge gauge clusters there, 33 or 4 era. Jump on this side, get some manifolds and stuff. There's a 32 dash down in there. Look at the tri-carb manifold there, Offenhauser. Another high-rise one there for a Ford flathead. Oh, looks like we've got a 34 Ford dash there. Nice looking dash there with the cigar lighter and everything in there. Gauges and all. Price is $2,000 on that dash. Got some carburetors here. 75, 100 and a quarter, 250, depends what they are. 20 bucks and a nice taillight stand there. Might be a Lincoln part, I'm not sure. They had some other Lincoln stuff there. There's a nice Pierce Arrow here. Big brass era Pierce Arrow. That's an impressive car, right-hand drive. Well, this person's got all kinds of stuff in here. We got some nice early wheel rings. All kinds of top touring car top mechanisms or parts, and he's got all the material here to show you samples of that. So he must do tops and stuff. You can see their name back here. I'll check it out real quick. Mel's Leather and Horsehair, right there. Jeromesville, Ohio. So you can go original with that because it looks like they even got a whole box full of horsehair to show you what they get. Guy's got an early Indian here. Nice looking motorcycle. Kind of a barn find patina original. Look at the 1912 Tramp Art little dresser. That's kind of interesting. Dated 1912 right on it. And looks like he wants stuff there, but there's his name right there, number. You need to call him on anything. Oh, we got a nice little Model A Coupe here, 31 Model A Coupe. Nicely restored. That one's $15,000. Don't see a phone number on that one. It's a really cool ambulance there, Chevy rescue vehicle there with all the lights on it and everything, 4-wheel drive. And they got all kinds of other equipment here, block and tackles and stuff. Tools here, torch heads, body tools back in there, all kinds of body hammers and stuff. Good quality older stuff.
Yeah, he had. I wish I would have put.
And looks like we got some toys and stuff up this way. Some more tools here. Oil cans. Those look like railroad oil cans with the long spouts on them. But they do have a few toys here as well. Kind of scoot around here. There's a 20s Buddy L dump truck back in there. Keystone. Sorry. I said Buddy L, I meant Keystone. And we got a Smith Miller ladder truck. I don't see prices on those. We do have 175 on the Buddy L wrecker there with the little jack still in it. It's kind of cool. Well, we're at the last row of the red field here. We didn't get way out behind the stadium and stuff, but it was kind of bare out there this morning. 2,800 on the Cushman there. There's the guy's name, Jason. 7,500 on the gas station. It's got the air hoses and a light on top. Kind of cool. Some brake rivet tool machine. 65 on the old jack. 150 on the tail end of the race car. That'd make a cool wall art piece. All kinds of signage and stuff on this side.
Yeah, there's like trees.
We got all kinds of signs there. Different porcelain and tin. Nice Texaco sign there. Here's the bus station sign. That's kind of cool for $9.50. $4.50 on the Sterling. All kinds of cool stuff in there. And looks like we got a miscellaneous tent here. Full of stuff in there. They got quite a few people in there, so we're not going to get back in there too far. It's a little M&M character there. Looks like some antique cameras and stuff in here. Look at that big size one there. Anyway, that's going to finish it up for us in the red field. And we'll catch you back at the booth with what we bought and such. $2,700 on the scooter there. And we got a little Bantam there. 1940 American Bantam. I don't see a price on that one, but I do see the phone number there if you're interested in it right there. There it is. Looks like he's going to start it up maybe. Got to take it out of gear though. There it goes. That one runs. So we'll catch you at the booth, back at the booth here. Hi folks, as promised, we're going to show you what we got in the red field here. We got all this stuff there in the red field. We're just going to take a quick walk through it. We got a nice Dietz Fire King lantern. That's for a fire department, fire truck. This garnish here, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody could recognize that one in the video. It's got kind of a funny shape to it. I just bought it because it was cheap and hadn't seen one like that before. So maybe somebody could recognize that right there with that funny shape to it. Rear window garnish. This is one of our better finds there. This is a 41 Chevy fog light. It's got the little Chevy logo on the top there, and it's got the guide mark on the back. Pretty good shape with the mount and everything. So that's a good item. These are kind of a funny story. I sold these on eBay probably a year ago or so. 1934 Chevy Master, that's my writing on there. This is the rear window, that's the windshield. And the guy bought them and then found that he already had some with his project car and brought them to Hershey, so I ended up back with them again. We got some 46 to 8 Chevy car, hood hinges, hood latch. These are some 32 3-window door chins that go down on the door jamb. These are just a lower piece they're cut off, but I'm working on one of those so I could use some patching material there. We got a Diamond T truck hood side badge. We got a 37-9 windshield frame there. Looks like it turned yellow when we got the rain the other night here. This is a 41 Ford. That's a windshield divider for a car. This is another piece of a 46 to 8 Chevy car. They go below the taillight in the back. This piece here I got from a guy that's from South Dakota, 1947 to 53 Chevy. Somebody marked it. But that's an international KB series international truck glove box door. So that'll go back to South Dakota. We got a set of 4 of these. These are car coasters you put in your garage. The guy had them cheap, so we grabbed them. Got a couple more garnishes. That's like a 37 to 9 Ford. Rear window. This one the guy had for $5. I grabbed it. It looks similar to a 32 Ford, but I'm not sure. We'll have to do some measuring on that, see what it fits. Maybe it's a Chevy one. I got another one of these. These are made by Lugall out in California. Nice little come along there. This one's got a bent handle, but you can buy the handles. And I have a couple of those at home, so either I'll use it for parts or just have a third one. We got some nice Fog King fog lights right there. Those are new old stock. There is some shelf wear and stuff on them, but they're new old stock with all the mounting hardware. Got the mounting brackets and everything. So that's all in the box. We got a 32 original grill there for a car. It needs one bar down here, but I got some spare bars at home and it needs the piece of trim on the top, but a pretty good piece with the original paint. A couple things up in here. This is, I think, a Electroline is the company on that. Kind of a nice looking die-cast tail light. They made some cool headlights too. And we got some 50 Pontiac taillight parts in there. And looks like a heater switch here as well. New old stock little heat switch. That's a nice piece. So all that stuff. And let's see what we got back here. We got a 34 Master headlight stand. 35 Dodge windshield regulator. It's missing a piece off the end here, but that's a good item. This is kind of cool. It's a Boyce motor meter, and it's still got the heat tube on it there. And you clamp that right on your steering column, kind of a neat accessory. Here we got some 37 to 39 Ford windshield hinges. They'll fit car or pickup. You got a Newell stock Buick taillight there, nice one. Some 39 Chevy taillights, pair of those. Those are good for hot rods. And we got a 46 to 8 Chevy clock there for a car. It's got a cracked glass, but it was cheap. And we got a whole bag full of crap in here. We'll check it out. See if I can get in there without ripping the bag wide open. Oh, we got some taillight stands. Those are Chevy. There's a pair of those. There's the one with the license plate bracket. We got some cool Mopar. I think those might be 37, 38 Plymouth, somewhere in there. They got the back. Somebody added a backup light accessory on the side there. There's a pair of those in there. And these are a bunch of those are control knob pieces for windshield wiper motors. They got a cable on them, and they're all Newell stock, so we'll have to look up the part number, see what those fit. And these are a couple 2-speed rear axle control parts, so those are good items. And we got, this goes on a 35 or 36 Ford car dash. It's a little defroster duct, kind of an accessory that you don't see too often. So anyway, that's all we got at the Redfield. And just to recap, this is Hershey 2025 Fall Edition, and there'll be 5 parts to this series. This is one of the fields. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Give us thumbs up, give us good comments. All those things are appreciated. And we'll catch you in the next round. Thanks for watching.